your phone clean.
Getting the right amount of sleep is so important to good health, and we'll have our Dr. Mythbuster in-house to talk about why getting that sleep is so important. Plus, is that a llama at this wedding? Oh yeah, there's a backstory. It's local, and we have it.
And if you're desperate for that round of golf, but you don't want to travel and you don't want to wait until May, we have a really fun alternative. What's new starts now.
And now, live from WKYC Studios, this is What's New with Betsy Kling and Jay Crawford.
Happy Wednesday, everybody,
Yay!
or as I like to call it, happy halfway to Friday.
Yes.
This is way off topic, but check out Betsy's Instagram page. She makes this beautiful wreath for her front door every month, and she just showed it to me. Go check it out. It's awesome. You're very good at that.
It's not hard.
I'm Jay Crawford with Betsy Kling. Thanks for joining us. We're here every day at 5. Here's what's new at 5 o'clock. The big concern with coronavirus today is the global supply of protective masks and other equipment, which is running low. 3,000 people have now died from the virus globally, 11 here in the U.S. And today, President Donald Trump met with airline officials to talk about the impact of coronavirus on air travel. So that's a big story right now. And then the other thing, Betsy, because of the coronavirus, I saw this, and some of these numbers blew my mind. The flu and the coronavirus are such a fear for everybody. The Shaker Heights Police Department is reminding people to clean their phones.
Oh, yes.
Doesn't that sound simple? Like you would think that people would do that every day.
It sounds simple, but you do forget. Like it's one of those things you don't really think about.
And they posted this graphic, and this is disgusting. They said that the average cell phone, get this, has 18 times the bacteria that's found in a public bathroom. On your phone, we carry these with us wherever we go.
You're putting it right up against your face.
On your face.
Yeah.
3 times more than doorknob, and nearly 95% of your phone is contaminated. That's disgusting. It's very gross. We're going to do a little demonstration on how to properly wash your phone.
And don't forget to wash the pop socket if you have
Do
one
you
of
wash
those
your pop
things.
socket when you clean it? Okay,
I do.
That's fine.
So the other
can do
thing
that.
is, you got to take it out of the case.
Take it out of the case,
That's
and they
a
also
big
recommend
part
that
of
you turn
this.
it off.
Yeah.
And just get a little bit of warm, soapy water.
Okay.
Put the cloth in there. Betsy, you can play along with me.
Oh.
And you just,
You're much more aggressive
simple.
than me. I'll tell you what, so my case is just plastic, right?
Yeah.
Your case is just plastic.
That's it.
If you don't have the Mophie case, which means you don't have the little battery case,
Right.
I actually think you might be able to toss this in the top rack of your dishwasher.
That will work too.
Right.
There's one thing that I found. Do this for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Try not to get water, by the way, in the electronic port at the bottom.
Yours is like
Mine's soaked.
I'm terrified.
done.
Yours is going to be.
We have. We're asking our viewers how often you clean your phone, and you
Right.
saw it on the screen there. WKYC.com/vote now to tell us. One thing that I want to remind everybody of, if you haven't seen this already, there is this newfangled deal. It's called phone soap, and it's a little container. It's a little bigger than your phone. It plugs in, and it has ultraviolet lights, and you just put your phone in there for 10 minutes, and it kills 99.99% of all bacteria and germs, and you get these online, $50, $60, somewhere in that range.
That's
so
not
that's
bad.
not bad at all. And look at that's
a
what it
huge
looks like
difference.
before you use it, and that's what it looks like on the right
And
afterwards.
that's from the company, obviously.
That
But,
is.
the other thing, too, you could use sanitizing wipes.
Right.
You could use that. So
Whatever
just
you want.
Keep it easy. Just don't forget to do it. And have your kids do it, too. And do it frequently.
Every day they
Yeah.
recommend.
Oh, you have made a mess.
I have made a huge mess,
All
but my
right.
phone is clean.
Well, now
That's all that
on your
counts.
feed at 5, everybody, Cleveland is ranked as the 9th best city in the country to celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
Wow.
The Wallet Hub survey looked at America's 200 largest cities. They looked at traditions and costs and accessibility and safety and weather. Yes.
What?
We're still 9th, and they looked at weather as I continue to clean.
I don't know how they factored weather into that.
Michael Estimate joins us now in his very festive bow
Thank you.
tie.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
You're already in the spirit a couple of weeks early.
Right.
I'm ready for it. Boy, we have an awesome parade that takes place downtown every St. Patrick's Day, and it's so much fun. And weather-wise, too, guys, I was digging through the numbers. We're doing just fine. We are the best location in the nation for this.
Right.
13 days until St. Patrick's Day, and let me show you some facts and statistics here. So 60% of St. Patrick's Day here in town are rain-free. And how about this? 62% are snow-free. The last time it snowed, by the way, was once within the past 12 years. That was in
That's
2017. Remember that one? That one was kind of annoying. It was about a half an inch or so of snow that we picked up. But again, one time in the past 12 years, not too shabby at all. About 60% of St. Patrick's Days are actually above 40 degrees. Normal high 47, so we're hardy folk here, so anything above 40, we're good to go. Looking ahead, by the way, this is subject to change.
This is the long-range forecast.
This is
Wow.
the real long-range
You went
forecast.
there.
Yeah, this is via our global forecast systems model, the GFS. They're trending toward 50s, trending toward partly cloudy, and we're trending toward a dry St. Patrick's Day for now. Again, Betsy's giving me the look.
I'm not taking that to the bank,
I
and neither is
totally
Betsy.
giving you side eye. As soon as you said GFS, I was like, uh-oh.
So wait, the
Houston, we have the
reliability
problem.
here on this
Any
particular
forecast
model?
model beyond a certain
yeah.
set amount of time,
Yeah.
mainly
It's
like
kinda-
the next couple hours, is very volatile.
Shh, those are trade
The
secrets.
GFS tends to be the one that just goes.
Way
Hey, the
So-
good news is we're ranked number 9 for the best place to
We
celebrate St.
are.
Patrick's Day.
We've had 70 and
Yes.
sunny, so I'm not afraid.
Absolutely, record high 77.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
you're on
That's
lead
good.
forecast for St. Patrick's Day.
That's
Thank you
right.
very much.
Absolutely.
And you better hope that forecast comes right, or Betsy's coming
I hope
after
it
you.
verifies.
Next on your feed, talk about keeping a promise. This story's crazy. University of Akron junior Mendel Weinstock promised his sister 5 years ago he would bring a llama to her wedding. Why he made that promise, I don't know, but he did. And he made good on the promise Sunday when his sister got married, bringing Shocky the llama in a tux to the wedding. The image of Mendel's sister, Riva, and Shocky has gone viral. After it was uploaded to social media platform Reddit, folks went nuts over this thing. He actually found the llama at a farm in Youngstown and even had his co-worker sew a little tuxedo for Shocky, so at least he was appropriately dressed. Not everyone has been a fan, though, of Mendel's guest. Some even said it was selfish. As for Mendel's reaction to those people, well, here it is.
It's coming.
If they knew her and they knew me, they would understand that it was all in good fun and that she still had an amazing day. She's just happy to be married. And overall, it was a great prank.
I guess it was a great prank. His sister, by the way, plans to get him back at his graduation. He says he's not quite sure what she's going to do, but he has
Right.
this request. Whatever you're going to do, don't do it while I'm getting my diploma.
Too bad, brother.
Yeah, I would totally
You brought a
do
llama
it.
to my wedding,
Yeah.
I'm going to roll a llama through graduation anytime I want. Absolutely.
And you know it's going to happen
Yeah.
when his name is called to come get his diploma.
Yeah, there'll
So
be
the
something.
spring graduation at the University of Akron should have a couple of highlights in
Be
it.
very interesting down there. Just don't take it away from anybody else's graduation
Please don't,
day.
yeah.
Certainly. Well, it's time to catch up on the rest of today's top headlines with Russ Mitchell. Russ, there's another shakeup in this presidential Democratic nomination situation. I think we'll just call it a situation. from now
Situation. Not sure I'm going to follow up that llama, but I
Yeah.
will try.
on. Well,
That's a tough one.
we do our best.
I hear you, Betsy Kling. Good afternoon, everybody. Big changes in the race for the White House. Billionaire Mike Bloomberg is out and has endorsed Joe Biden. This follows an historic Super Tuesday that saw Biden win in most states, while Bloomberg only won in American Samoa, the U.S. territory. The former New York City mayor spent more than $500 million of his own money in his campaign and nabbed 41 delegates. One analyst put that at roughly $12,200,000 per delegate. A father from Solon who has been held for months in Thailand will be staying there another 30 days. 37-year-old Mike Jones went to Thailand back in December for vacation, but was detained at the airport in Bangkok when a bullet was found in his bag. Jones went before a judge last week who cleared him, but the court had 30 days to appeal the ruling before returning his passport. And a lost parakeet is now a jailbird in Brunswick. They call him a jailbird, I guess. This small bird was picked up yesterday flying around the Seneca Drive area of Autumn Reserve Development. The bird is believed to have been someone's pet. Police and animal control are trying to find its owners. Now, yesterday, if you recall, I told you about pot-bellied pigs. I was trying to find a home for today. Parakeets, stay tuned. Never know what I'm going to have for you tomorrow.
Yeah, well, someone is missing a bird.
Right.
But hopefully it will find its way back to its rightful owner.
Hopefully.
Russ, thanks. We
See ya.
appreciate it.
Thanks so
Bye-bye.
much. All right, up next, I have to tell you, everybody, it is a very interesting situation at our house. As you know, Violet's birthday is tomorrow, and the one thing she asked for is Hatchimals and LOL dolls. Now,
Yeah.
you don't know anything about
I
this.
don't. Please educate me.
So LOL dolls are these little balls, and you unwrap them, and as you unwrap them, there's surprises that come out.
Oh, neat.
So I thought, I'm going to give
Modern
her
day
some
Cracker
LOLs,
Jacks.
right? Exactly. So they have boys, too, and I thought, well, this is so cool. So I did a little research. Buyer beware, and this is totally mom to moms and grandmas and grandpas and everybody out there. So the whole premise is, and I've already unwrapped this, but you unwrap the layers and there's little surprises that come out, right?
So it's
you
like
get
those
down
Russian
in here.
dolls that
It
stack.
is, and there's all kinds of little gifty things that come in here, right?
Okay.
So there's another one, and the kids love this. Like, this is like a huge deal.
Sure, 'cause
So
it's a
once you
process.
finally get in, there's a whole bunch of little prizes in here, and then there's the doll. Now remember, I said this is the LOL boys doll,
well, right.
which is fantastic.
Sure.
Just keep in mind, it's an anatomically correct
Are you kidding me?
little boy's doll. And I say this not because I'm knocking LOL dolls. It's just a buyer beware. It's for moms out there. I was going to give this to Violet, and I guarantee you, I'm going to hand this to you and see what you say about it. It's not overly assertive. It's, you know, it's all kind of proportional.
It's a bit shocking, though.
But my daughter
Proportional.
would notice that first. She'd be like, what
It's
is
a boy.
this? She has no concept of that.
Yeah.
So,
well, she doesn't have a brother either.
exactly.
So, yeah.
Little girls who have brothers, you're probably safe. Little boys who want this doll, what a wonderful way to have a doll for a boy.
Yeah.
But if you have a little girl who has no clue about the differences,
That is
just
somewhat
beware
shocking. That is somewhat
that's there.
shocking.
And they do have it noted on the exterior packaging at the store.
Yeah.
They come in big
small
boxes.
print.
The tiniest print ever. There's the
Yeah.
boxes that's on the shelf, and then under at the last number 7, there it is. Tiny little anatomically
my
correct
goodness.
doll. So
Alrighty.
they say that's good enough, but I just want everybody to know.
Well, I'm glad you found that before you gave it to Violet.
Please.
Yes,
Oh, my
because that
word.
would have been a conversation. I met your bundle of joy yesterday. She is filled with personality.
You know she'd see it first.
Ahead on what's new, we lose an hour of sleep this weekend. We know that when we spring the clocks forward. Our Dr. Mythbuster is here. He's going to tell us some facts and some myths about sleeping. It's info we can all use.
Definitely. So, Stephanie, what's been clicking in Cleveland today?
Well, if you were planning to head down to Columbus to the Arnold Classic Convention, you're probably going to want to make other plans. We'll tell you about that. But maybe you can use that free time to binge The Office. There's about 1,000 reasons you might want to.
Matt, how's the commute looking?
Well, we've got problems. 90 westbound. This is on the western side of the city right now. We have an accident. This is right at the Hilliard Road exit. Backups go about 4.7 miles of slowdown. So if you've got loved ones heading home, 90 westbound towards the west side of the city, they're going to run into some commutes. Disabled vehicle Route 8 south, that's down once you get into Akron beyond 2nd Street, causing some backups. And that new Route 8 construction, I've been watching this all afternoon with the weather. If you pick the lane on the left that bypasses all the exits, you actually have slower traffic. Take the exit lane on the right-hand side as you head northbound on Route 8. We'll be back with a look at that forecast after the break.
I'm trying to find this little dude's shorts. He's got to have shorts. Wellness Wednesday, and today we are talking about sleep. We lose an hour of it this weekend as daylight saving time starts on Sunday, and that can cause some trouble sleeping. So our Dr. Mythbuster, Dr. Frank Esper, is back with us today from Cleveland Clinic Children's, here to dispel some of the myths about sleeping. And as always, the person who gets the most questions right will get the leg lamp again, which I've had it for 3 times.
Is that how it works now?
I thought I won it on Throwdown Thursday with the hot wings last week, but it still ended up on your desk somehow. Okay.
Well,
All right, here we go.
We are springing forward this week, so
Yes.
this will be a good time, and obviously good sleep starts with good lighting. So
Okay.
here we go.
Perfect.
All right,
good.
but we're all going to lose an hour this week.
Yes.
And so, what's the best way to stay awake and get over that loss of an hour?
Okay.
So the first thing we're going to talk about, one question is, can you catch up on sleep? If you miss an hour, can you make up for it later on in that day, later on in that week?
Okay.
And is that fact or is that a myth? And the answer is that is a myth. You cannot. The answer is that you lose the hour, and unfortunately you just can't double up later on. Most adults need somewhere between 7 to 9 hours. Some people need 7, some people need 9, but that's really where you need to be. And what you need to do is get back into your routine. You lost the hour, just get back into it. Don't try to add more hours to somehow make it up. You'll actually sometimes wake up even groggier, even though because you had more sleep.
I feel pretty fantastic after I get a nap. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, next one. Snoring isn't harmful. Is that a myth or is that fact?
Is harmful?
Snoring isn't harmful.
It's not harmful.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of a double negative.
Yeah, it is.
Snoring is
I'm
not
gonna say that's
good.
fiction.
Yeah,
I think it is harmful.
So the answer is a myth. Yeah, snoring can be harmful. Now, the act of snoring itself is not bad, but some people can basically obstruct, and that's what we call obstructive sleep apnea. And so when you actually obstruct, you're not getting any airflow in, that puts a strain on your heart. And some people can actually stop breathing for somewhere around 10 seconds or even longer, multiple times over an hour. You will never fall into a deep sleep. They keep waking up over and over again, sometimes not to the point of consciousness, but they don't get into that good REM. They don't get into that good circadian rhythm. That can lead to heart problems. If you're one of those individuals who wake up multiple times a night, or your partner says, hey, you're stopping breathing for a long period of time, talk to your doctor, talk to a respiratory doctor, or your ears, nose, and throat. All right. Half the kids in the United States do not get enough sleep. Nearly half the kids in the United States do not get enough sleep. Is that a fact or is it a fiction?
That's fact.
That is so fact. I can tell you from my 4 children living in my house, they do not sleep nearly enough.
Nope.
And it's not just because they're all playing video games at night, but there's a lot of distractions that they have. You need to get these kids on a routine as well. Children, as opposed to adults, they need 9 hours of sleep. So get 9 hours of sleep in and make sure that they are in bed at the same time, waking up at the same time. That way they get through their day a lot better. They don't melt down at night.
All right,
That's
last
what to do.
question.
All right, last question. Going to the
2 to
older
1 right
kids.
now. Or 3
all right?
to 2 right
as
now.
you get,
So I'm going to answer what you answer.
As you get older, you need more sleep.
As
so
you get
as you go into
older.
your 50s, your 60s, your
As you get
70s, you
older,
need more
How are you going
sleep.
to answer that?
Is that a
As you
myth
get-
or is that a
as you
fact?
Is this like what I feel or what is medical
It's what is
fact?
medically, you need more sleep to be healthy. All right, healthy sleep.
I'm going to say that's fiction.
All right, and it is a myth. All right?
Yes!
People who are 73 need the same amount of sleep as if when you were 23. It is not any different. Individuals who are older do have a tendency to sleep more. Sometimes they have medical problems that prevent them from getting a good night's sleep, but the amount of sleep that they need is still between 7 to 9 hours. The recommended amount of time, 7 to 9 hours, whether you're young, whether you're old, and staying on that routine. Again, getting off of that can lead to heart problems. It can lead to endocrine problems and things like that.
You won, my friend.
There you go.
get the leg lamp
Doctor,
back.
thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you very
It's
much.
educational.
It is.
Get the sleep you need,
Yeah.
especially this weekend when we lose an hour according to the clock.
And spring
Okay.
forward.
Doc, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Time for weather, and I thought it'd be appropriate. This is going to be very difficult for you, Matt, but your weather word today is insomnia.
Oh, that fits so perfectly into a forecast.
Yes.
I use that on a regular basis.
I'm sure you do.
Jeez. All right. Nice sky cam look there. You see the sun came back out? This weather changing pattern. We've had so many changes. It goes from sun to just gross to sun again. Welcome to March. So what we're going to do, Jay and Betsy, we're going to spin the weather wheel of Northeast Ohio. Let's see what we've got here. All right. See what we land on.
Gosh,
64,
we need
50,
to use this
90.
for Throwdown Thursday.
I know. We also need to use this for our forecast in March. 51 and partly cloudy tomorrow. Oh, we just missed the blizzard. I think we're looking okay across the area. So how do we get to the 51 and partly cloudy tomorrow? Well, we had our very quick midday hit of some rain and snow throughout the area this afternoon. Some wet snowflakes mainly on the east side of Cleveland. But that's long gone. Remember, I said quick moving weather patterns. So we're back to the clear skies off to the west. And we're going to stay there overnight tonight. Down to the south, it is a soaker. Flooding, rainfall, severe weather once again all across the southeast. This will not affect us, but what will tomorrow are some of these high clouds off of the thunderstorms. So expect kind of a veiled sunshine tomorrow morning, and then eventually we tap into this system, which will be here as we head on into tomorrow night and Friday. This is our little bout with cold air this week. It's a fast-moving Alberta Clipper. We haven't had many of these this year, and that's going to bring some windy conditions on Friday in addition to some of those snowflakes. But it's gusty out there this evening. We do have those clearing skies, adding a little bit of bite to the air. And if you have insomnia tonight around 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you can see that we're going to have clear skies as you look up in the sky. Temperatures back into the 30s. Should be a cool night compared to where we've been over the last few nights. So let's go hour by hour through your forecast. Here's your clear skies tomorrow morning out the door, not dealing with anything but sun glare on those area roadways. It will be chilly, upper 20s for many of you tomorrow morning. And look at this, by noon, if you're planning on having lunch outside, you're okay. We should be in the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. Clear skies, some of the high clouds off of that system down to the south. But here we go tomorrow night. We start to tap into that Clipper system, perhaps a quick shower, and then on into Friday. Yeah, this is snow coming across the area, much, much colder. Not expecting a lot of accumulation, something we'll keep an eye on, but not going to be really a big deal. Universal Windows Direct 7-day forecast. There's our cold bout on Friday. Look at the recovery. This weekend looks great. Sunshine Saturday, up near 60 on Sunday with partly cloudy skies. Jay?
New at 5, well, it's a huge international festival that takes place in Ohio every year, but this year it is canceled, at least postponed. Stephanie has all the details. That's next with What's Clicking in Cleveland.
Today I'm going to show you how to make a healthy stuffed baked potato. We're going to use a baked sweet potato, fresh kale, ground turkey, feta cheese, and we're gonna top it with some fresh dried cranberry and sliced almonds. Now the first thing we'll do is open up our baked potato, and using a fork, we're gonna fluff up the insides so it can get ready to hold all of that yummy goodness that we're gonna stuff it with. And we're gonna add kale first, so it can be the base of the stuffing and it won't fall out all over the place when you're loading your potato. Next, we're gonna add ground turkey. And this is a good recipe because you can use ground turkey or chicken or shrimp or anything that you like as a protein. Next is feta. And we're gonna finish it with some dried cranberries for a crisp, tart taste. We'll top it off with sliced almonds for a little crunch. And there you go.
Yum.
Yes, that looks delicious. I'll have one. Steph's here with Clicking in Cleveland, and I got to tell you, I know that the coronavirus fear is out there, but this kind of shocked me. This is a major international event.
It is, and it's a relatively last-minute decision, but Arnold Schwarzenegger has decided to postpone the 2020 Arnold Classic Convention, which was supposed to start tomorrow in Columbus, of course, as Jay said, over coronavirus concerns. So he talked to the governor and the mayor about it and decided it just wasn't worth it to risk bringing the expected 250,000 people together at the international event with the virus spreading.
We are promoting the health and fitness convention. So to us, we are the biggest and the best in the world, but making money is less important than being healthy.
Arnold said the bodybuilding and strongman competitions will still go on without an audience, except for Saturday night's championship round. So people will be able to go to that, and then the expo portion will happen sometime later this year. So disappointing, but maybe you can look forward to that in the future. All right, some good news for Jeopardy host Alex Trebek. He's hit the 1-year survival mark after being diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Now, this is a very big deal because the survival rate is only 18% to reach that 1-year mark. He says the past year has not been easy, though.
There were some good days, but a lot of not so good days. I joked with friends that the cancer won't kill me, the chemo treatments will.
He says even when he wondered if the fight was worth it, that he pushed through for his wife and everyone supporting him, ending on a positive note with a positive attitude, saying anything is possible. And here is some really good news for fans of The Office. If you've got some free time coming up this month, The Office turns 15 and you can binge watch for the opportunity to win $1,000. Dish Network is doing this again. So 15 hours of The Office will be about 45 episodes. They want you to do it in 9 days. They want you to post about it on social media and all of that good stuff. We've got the link to apply. Of course, this is a job like anything else, so you have to apply to get it. And we've got that link on WKYC.com and the WKYC app.
Yeah.
Not a bad day's work. Not a bad 9 days work.
In my view, that is the greatest comedy in the history of TV.
It's so great because everybody has somebody in their office that they identify on the show.
It is so true to life, it's not even funny.
I love it. Fantastic, brilliant. All right, thank you so much, Stephanie. Well, new at 5, we all just want the robocalls to stop.
Please.
The state is rolling out a new tool to help make that happen, how you can get it.
And country singer Cole Swindell is coming to Ohio this week. We're going to tell you what he's doing at his concert in Toledo that will help tornado victims in Tennessee.
And you can golf like Tiger Woods. How about that? We get a first look inside a new golf lounge with simulators that will take you all around the world.
now, live from WKYC Studios, this is What's New with Betsy Kling and Jay Crawford.
Welcome back, everybody, to What's New. I'm Betsy Kling here with Jay Crawford, and hopefully you have seen this. This is a great one. It's an incredible story that's bigger than basketball. Josh Swindell started his first NCAA basketball game after 5 years off the court. You see, right after he committed to play for the Vermont Catamounts back in 2015, Swindell was in a serious car accident. He had to learn how to walk again after suffering a severe brain injury. Well, he put in the work, and thanks to special arrangements from both teams, he started the game yesterday, and he even scored his first collegiate basket. They won 85-62. Now, an interesting note in all of this is that the University of Vermont stayed committed to his scholarship.
There you go.
After the accident, and Swindell is still on track to graduate from the University of Vermont in May.
Great story. Great. The best part is that they honored his scholarship.
That's so cool. The coach literally went to the hospital and reassured his parents.
Wow.
We got you.
So take that worry off your plate.
Yep.
You don't need to worry about it. That's a great
big one.
story. All right, let's check the top headlines here at the bottom of the hour. Russ Mitchell is at his desk in the newsroom. Russ, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Yes, wonderful story. We were watching that in the newsroom. We all smiled. Fantastic. Here's what's happening. Lake Erie has set a new high water record. The lake's levels were over 11 inches higher than about this time last year. That's breaking a mark set in 1987. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers predicts the lake will continue to be at record levels until the summer months. High water levels can lead to beach erosion and coastline devastation. The Manor Fire Department is recognizing a man who bought and then donated 70 smoke alarms for the community. Dave Ambrose even delivered those smoke alarms to seniors in need. In return, the Manor Fire Department surprised Dave with a special plaque made in his honor. And a Cleveland t-shirt shop is raising big money for charity. GV Art Plus Apparel has its 24 Forever tribute t-shirt made in honor of Kobe Bryant. Sold so quickly, they were able to raise $86,000. Proceeds will be donated to Kobe's charities, and the shirts have been sold in all 50 states and 13 countries. Wow. Very nice. It's really something.
Incredible.
We'll see you guys at 6 o'clock.
All right, Russ, we'll see you soon. Time for our top talker this half hour. We all hate robocalls, am I right, Betsy?
Yes.
They are so annoying, and I don't know about you, but they seem to be getting worse.
Rachel from Cardholder Services. Oh, if I get a hold of you.
Well, here's the deal. Ohioans last year got 2 billion robocalls.
I think I got a whole billion myself.
Now the state is finally launching a new initiative that will hopefully make them go away. Ohio's Attorney General today announced a new robocall enforcement unit and a new reporting tool. Now here's how this works. When you get a call, just write down the number, then text robo to 888-111. They're going to fire back a couple of questions back and forth via text messaging. Answer the questions, and this will allow the state to help track these robocallers down and eliminate them. Now, here is one caveat. It will not work against political calls, which, of course, we're in that cycle now, and you get a lot of those. They, believe it or not, are protected as free speech. And I'm not quite sure I get that one, because isn't all of that stuff they're pushing free speech?
Well, it's the politicians who are
he who makes the rules keeps the gold. Is that what they say?
Yeah, that's
something like that. Anyhow, don't answer the robocalls, please, because you'll only get more.
Right.
If they don't stop, consider an app, which I have tried. Most of them cost money, and I could say they work to varying degrees, but I haven't found anything yet that completely eliminates them.
I've often thought we should do crowdfunding and get a whole bunch of money together and pay one of these like super uber awesome hackers to flip it and hack the robocallers.
Wow.
Right? We'll give them the money. I'd pitch in for that.
I probably would too. I would. I'm just done with them.
Right?
It's time consuming.
They can hack anything. So
yeah,
let's
they probably.
focus
You're right.
them to hack the right stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's time now for our daily pop news fix. We call it Pop Break.
Yes, we do. And Stephanie joins us now with news of a country singer is using proceeds from his concert here in Ohio to help tornado victims.
Love this.
Yes, he is. You know, yesterday we talked about how Nashville is the center of the country music world, and country stars have been sending their love and promising to help. But Cole Swindell is a man with a plan. Here's how he's going to help his hometown all the way here from in Ohio in your Pop Break.
Country singer Cole Swindell is showing support for his hometown of Nashville after tornadoes ripped through the area on Tuesday. He's promised to donate all proceeds from merchandise sales at his Toledo concert on Thursday to the recovery effort, tweeting that he can't believe what happened in his backyard and all over Middle Tennessee and that his thoughts and prayers are with everyone who was affected. Across the pond, Buckingham Palace has confirmed that Meghan Markle and Harry will be in the UK for Commonwealth Day events on Monday. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex will be at Westminster Abbey alongside the Queen, Prince Charles and Camilla, and Prince William and Kate. This is the last event on Harry and Meghan's public calendar before they formally step back from senior royal duties on March 31st. And Adam Driver to the rescue. Ben Affleck says he barely made it home in time for his son's birthday party while filming The Last Duel, and the gifts he got for 8-year-old Sam didn't make it. That's when everyone's favorite Star Wars villain swooped in to save the day. Affleck told Jimmy Kimmel how Kylo Ren made magic happen.
I said, Sam, my presents didn't get here on time. He said, but I did get a present from somebody who really wanted to make sure you had a gift. He was like, who? And I said, Kylo Ren.
Better
it was
than
an
that.
incredibly moving and powerful moment. Like,
yeah.
Adam made me a hero to my kids.
Oh.
And I will never, ever,
How do you
ever
repay
forget it.
How do you
Yeah, you don't repay that.
You don't. And the cool thing about this is obviously Ben Affleck's and Jennifer Garner's kids know that their parents work in movies, right? So they know that's make-believe. But he said his son Sam believes the Star Wars world is real, believes Kylo Ren is real. So getting that was really, really special for them.
Yeah, he'll never forget it.
Yep.
We're holding drinks in front of us. Why?
Yeah, we
What
are
these?
because Starbucks has launched a new spring collection of drinks. So we've
Okay.
got a cold brew drink here. This is one of the new ones.
Okay.
And then we have a pineapple matcha drink right there.
It's green,
That's
very
with
festive.
Coconut milk.
But not peppermint.
And a golden ginger drink right there.
Which I've already tried, and it's very refreshing.
Which is also with coconut milk. So Starbucks is really on this vibe of doing the non-dairy thing. They've got that new honey latte almond milk one as well. So I'm here for it.
Dairy's kind of become a bad word, I've noticed. It seems like everybody's down on dairy.
It's just really good to have options. Starbucks was one of the last coffee lines to really have the non-dairy options. And as somebody who likes to try it without the dairy, I really appreciate that they're doing the coconut milk and these other things.
Very good.
You
That's
got the
tasty.
Nitro.
Yeah, very tasty.
This will have you bouncing off the walls.
Have
Oh,
fun
really?
with
Well,
that.
keep that away from me then.
Maybe we
I
should
don't
give it
need
to
any of that.
Matt. That would be interesting.
Coming up on What's New, we are live at Proximity Golf. There she is, our very own Lindsay Buckingham.
Go, Lindsay, go.
This is a magical place that we need some work. I give lessons.
Cart path golf.
I give lessons. Anyhow, it allows you to play dozens of golf courses from right here in Cleveland, and we're live there next.
Oh, brother. So, Matt, everybody wants to know, when can we get out those golf clubs?
Lindsay, oh, geez, that was way off. How'd you get it over here? You know what? This weekend, Betsy, we were talking about that. Sunday looks great. It might be a little damp on the golf course, but we added another rainy day to our calendar here that we've got for 2020 so far. We're up to 3 Wednesdays. Still the driest day of the month so far. But this weekend, it's the rainiest day typically this month. And this year, not this weekend. It's going to be beautiful. We'll detail it coming up.
Things are looking better, and it is sunny outside right now.
That's
so
nice.
There you go. All right, who came up with the idea of daylight saving time? I ask this, not only is the pop question time, but who can we blame for this nonsense? Was it Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Edison, or George Washington? We'll be right back.
Good choices.
Well, it's time for our answer to our pop quiz. We asked you who came up with the idea of daylight saving time. Was it Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Edison, or George Washington?
I think it was Ben.
It was Benjamin Franklin, actually.
When in doubt, go with Ben.
He came up with a whole bunch of different
Yeah,
stuff. He's kind of an interesting cat. No real long-term formal education, but he just kind of was a trial and error kind of guy and came up with a whole bunch of stuff that we still use today.
Yep. Well, look, I mean, education isn't for everybody. If you're smart, you're smart.
Right.
He put it to good use, that's for sure. I want to put Matt's feet to the fire because yesterday I'm pretty sure I heard
Did you see his face?
60s in the forecast. I thought I heard that.
No, you didn't, Jay.
No, you didn't.
No, not on this channel.
I didn't see high 50s. No, listen. You said 59,
Yep.
maybe
Yeah,
60s.
60s is different than 59. We're going to be pushing 60 this weekend,
Right.
Jade. If things go
Okay.
your way,
Hey.
some of the models are saying
Tropical
it's short.
Dover.
Yeah, tropical Dover, right? They
I'm gonna have
may
to
hit
travel an
61,
hour south.
62. We'll see. But, we'll maybe tweak the numbers to cater towards you, Jay, over the next couple days. So let's not talk 60s. I want to talk 70s, right? We've got these longer days. We've got daylight saving time coming up where you're going to have that later sunset. Let's talk March and 70-degree days, right? Our average first 70-degree day of the year is in March. It's March 24th. Our average first 80s in April. Average first 90 is in May. And the most 70-degree days we've had in March, 11 days. Do you remember 2012? Do you guys remember that? We had a stretch of 70s, just a chunk. It got cool, and then we warmed up again. We had 80s really close by as well. That was a warm year. The trees were budding at this time as well. But we've already had a 70 so far this year. Back in January, we had a warm front come in. We hit 70 degrees briefly, so that kind of counts as our first 70. But boy, the weather map, I've been looking at it over the last couple weeks, and it is just warming across the southern plains down towards the Tennessee Valley. That warmth is getting closer, as you'd expect this time of year. But that also has a demarcation line between where the cold meets the warm, and that is spring across northeast Ohio, where we fluctuate back and forth between these. And right now, we're somewhere in between. We've got temperatures falling back into the 40s, 30s tonight. We've got clearing skies, very active pattern. That jet stream is right overhead, but it's going to be quiet tonight. We had that system zip through today, a little rain, little snow, and then it was out of here. We've already got the clearing skies, and that will continue overnight tonight. A soaker down to the south. This will spray some clouds over northeast Ohio tomorrow, mixed with some sunshine, but our next weather system coming out of the north, this thing is hauling towards the south and the east. Lots of wind with us. It's an Alberta Clipper. It's going to come in quickly and head out just as quickly as we go into your nighttime tomorrow on into Friday. So clear skies tomorrow morning, a chilly start, sunshine to start your Thursday, but by evening we start to tap into perhaps some brief showers. The real hit of this is going to come with some wind and snow showers as we go into your Friday, and that sets up a cold Friday night. If you have Friday night plans, it's going to be a little different around here, but look at the turnaround. We have the clock change this weekend. Don't forget to spring forward, and we bounce from 40 Saturday all the way up to near 60, not 60s, but near 60 on Sunday.
Close.
Next rain chance arrives on Monday. You were close. Betsy?
We'll probably get some places that are 60 degrees.
They'll probably be 68, 69. We'll see. Yeah.
Right? Why not? All right, so there will be some people who are out on some golf courses, but if you still want to stay indoors, you're not ready to get your shoes dirty or whatever, we have a place for you. This is not your typical golf simulator, though. Proximity Golf gives you a chance to play at 80 of the world's greatest courses.
These are fun. They really are. It's in the historic Rockefeller Building in Cleveland Heights. That's where we find Lindsay Buckingham, who is giving us our first look inside. Lindsay, what's new?
Hey guys, well, what's not new is that I'm bad at golf. We already knew that, but that's the good news, because whether you're an avid golfer or you need a little lessons like me, you can check this out. And as you mentioned, 80 different championship golf courses you can try out. Joining me now is owner Robert McMahon. Hey, Robert.
Hey, Lindsay.
This place is gorgeous. We're talking 5,000 square feet. You have 5 golf simulators?
We have 5 high-end golf simulators,
Tell
yes.
me what famous golfer has these in his home?
Well, the most popular is Tiger Woods, and that's one of the reasons that we had these simulators installed. But other touring pros like Jason Day, Justin Rose, Jordan Spieth, there's a lot of high-end players that have these exact simulators in their houses.
So when I step up to try this, no pressure, right?
Not at all.
Name dropping?
No,
all right,
no problem.
show me how this is done.
Sure.
So you just simply walk up. By the way, Jay and Betsy, I'm going to preface this with, I've been practicing, and it didn't seem to help, but my friend Robert's going to help me
you
here.
might want to shed
here
the
we
coat.
go. This is for you. We're just going to go for it, buddy. You know, we're just going to swing
your
it,
head
you know?
down.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. That's literally
that's
the
a
best
line
I've done all
drive.
morning.
Not bad,
Little off
Lindsay.
to
But
the
what's
right.
cool about it, Robert, you get to see where you went. Your statistics pop up. Then you simply get to try again. But you know what? I'm not a good example. Do you want to give it a try?
I'll give it a try.
There you go.
Watch this, guys.
Lindsay, I'm going to tell you the other reason this is so great.
I'm not talking about me.
Lose a golf
So this is the number 7 hole at Pebble
Exactly.
Beach, which is one of the most famous
Betsy,
holes in the world. So
watch Robert, guys.
Here goes.
All right.
Here we go.
Did he say this is 7 at Pebble Beach?
Okay.
I pulled it a little bit.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
A little long,
And you
too.
you just hit the nail on the head, Jay. Pebble Beach. So think about the courses you see when you're watching golf. You get to try it, and you don't even get to hop on a plane,
That's
right,
true.
Robert?
It's a lot cheaper.
It's a lot cheaper, and also, again, that practice aspect that I clearly need. But so fun for like parties, bachelor parties, bachelorette parties.
For sure. We've been open for 4 months and have rented the space out probably 15 times or so for birthday parties, bachelor parties, corporate events, things of that nature.
When you talk about corporate events, look at the screen, guys. They can do presentations on there. So it's not just golf.
nice.
They also, if you look over to the right real quick, they have a multi-sport component. So you don't just have to do golf, you can do a little soccer.
Oh, wow.
And you
Now
know the
that's
coolest
cool.
part?
I like that
but the
a lot.
coolest part,
Yeah, what?
look, full bar
Drinks.
and a restaurant. And we're gonna cheers to Lindsay's better golf game in the
There
season,
you go.
right?
Agreed.
There we go.
Cheers. Thanks for
You
being
know what we
Guys.
call that, Lindsay? That's called swing juice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Makes you a
I
better
like it.
golfer.
Coin that, Betsy.
Swing oil, swing grease. And score the 19th hole either way. Lindsay, thank you very much. That's awesome.
Yes.
I think if
You got it, guys.
if you're jonesing for that round of golf and you don't have something planned soon to the
Right.
south or to the west, there you go.
That looks like a pretty
cool.
swanky place.
Yes, I like it. Next on What's New, a new restaurant is opening in Battery Park. Each floor has a different vibe, and one of them pays tribute to a Cleveland athlete. We have all the details straight ahead.
Plus, how does it end? A would-be robber rides up to this truck late at night. But what happens next? The owner comes out of the truck, attacked by a dog, sprayed by a sprinkler. You choose. We'll pay it off next.
All right.
You're kind of right, actually. All right, a new restaurant in town gives you the option to choose from a romantic night out or or a night out with friends just to watch the game.
Let's see. Every corner of this cozy new spot in Battery Park pays homage to a Cleveland boxing legend. Doug Tratner has a first look at All Saints Public House.
I'm here with Chris Browser, who just opened All Saints Public House in the heart of Battery Park. Good to see you.
Doug, nice to see you, brother.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Congratulations on the grand opening.
Thank you so much.
I've been in this building many times.
It's been a lot of things many times.
I know people say this a lot. I love what you've done with the place. Downstairs, you've got the great bar room. Up here, you've got kind of a little more room to roam.
So downstairs is the main dining room. The way we kind of describe that to guests as they come in is it's a little bit more Frank Sinatra downstairs. Upstairs, probably a little more Blink-182 / Natalie Merchant. It's a much more casual vibe up here. So if you're looking to catch the ball game, it's up here. If you're looking for a dinner date, it's probably downstairs.
Can I eat the same foods in both places?
You absolutely can.
Tell me a little bit about Johnny Kilbane, who I know you've got pictures of him all over. You're kind of calling him the patron saint of All Saints Pub.
So when we got the opportunity to put our concept in here, I learned about the neighborhood and just driving through Herman Avenue, I saw a little picture. I'm like, who's that? One of the greatest fighters of all time. 1912 to 1923, held the title in featherweight. Amazing stories about how the city rallied around him. And I thought that story needed to be retold. So we kind of dedicated the downstairs to promoting Johnny because I think it's just an amazing story.
Are we going to try some food today?
We've got a couple things for you today.
Who's cooking?
Chef is Cody Hepler. He's exceptional.
When I think of Public House, aka pub, I think fish and chips.
Yes, sir. We have a fish and chip, fried cod, and a Pabst Blue Ribbon beer battered fish.
Wow.
The sauce is house-made.
Yeah.
In fact, all of our sauces here are house-made.
Looks like some killer calamari.
We got some calamari with a miso aioli here, and we've got the pride here, our beef and cheddar sliders. So
and if you can see, crispy onion straws on each little slider.
Crispy straws there. The biggest complaint that we get is that once you're done with the third, you need another order of them.
Yeah.
So.
This place has always been known for a killer patio.
Yes, it has.
Any changes that people can look forward to in spring?
We've got a 16-cover bar out there. We'll have seating for about 50 out there on some pretty plush outdoor couches. Very cool lighting, and I think it's going to be the place to be.
I'm loving this food. It's flavorful, it's fresh, it's some of it has a little spice to it. What would you recommend drinking with this?
I would say the smoked old fashioned is really where it's at here. Then I've got a French 75.
I feel like I should lift my pinky.
When in doubt.
Cheers, buddy.
Pinky out.
All right, Doug, thank you very much. That place looks cozy, and on the fish deal, he had me at PBR. I'm PBR battered, I'm in.
You can do it. It's all good. Well, to see All Saints menu and more about the restaurant, you can visit WKYC.com/Doug Tratner, Trattner. And now it's time to revisit our question of the day. Miss Stephanie, do people actually clean their phones?
Well, we've asked people before we were starting it. There was a 55% of people said they did it often. Now we're at 49% of people say they do it often. And if you take a look at the comments to get some context, people in our comments are saying they not only do it every day, but multiple times a day.
Liars.
I feel like I am missing out. I have maybe cleaned my phone in a year. I don't know. I just don't do it.
We have like these super duper sanitizing wipes in the gym down here in the
I've
station.
also not been
and
there.
I will do those. They're like super mega.
They kill it all.
All right. Well, next time you go down to the gym, bring extra up, and I'll wipe down my phone.
We'll do for sure.
Try to get on that once every 6-month plan, at least.
Well, I just got a new phone, so it's very clean.
Yeah, so far it's perfect.
We'll be right back.
3-eye camera. Wow.
I do like just the payment plan. It was like $10 more to get the really good ones.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Check 1, 2, 3. Brandon's microphone. This is what. Yes. Check. This is what it sounds like to be Brandon here at the ring. 17-4 is my position.
I do. Good evening, Sarah's off tonight. We have team coverage of the coronavirus. Brandon Simmons, thank you.
Up top? Yeah, there's no size.
Yeah, can you hear me? I'm ready. All right, this is Mark from Public Square. Not really, from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse.
All right, we wrap up what's new with how does it end? So a would-be robber scoping out this truck. Well, there's the answer. I was going to try to build up a little drama, but he gets sprayed by a hose that the owner of the truck had hooked up. Apparently, he had been hit before, and he had enough, and he decided that when the security light kicked on and that the little beam was crossed, that it would automatically spray whoever came near the truck.
That's fantastic.
And that guy went on to find another truck.
Ha ha.
Yeah, I know. That happened in California.
That is brilliant. I love when people do that to protect their home and
I
property.
do too.
Thanks to the other mamas who are weighing in on the LOL boy doll that I have posted on my Facebook page. It's a mamas and daddies beware. Just have answers ready for some questions. You can find it on my Facebook page and on my Instagram too.
We're done for now. See you tomorrow at 5. What matters most starts right now.